Hello, this is Dr. Anindita Ghosh, and I have done my PhD in HR with a specialization in neuromanagement. Today, I'm here to talk about HR and data. Now, as HR professionals, we all know that we have one of the most challenging tasks before us, that is to select the right candidate so that the organization can function smoothly and seamlessly. And in our quest for selecting the right candidate, we have often found that after the entire process is finished and the candidate goes in for a job, we have this feeling that, okay, we could have found someone better, or maybe this is not something that we had wished for. Now, like if we look back, first, the thing is that when we select a candidate is generally based on the perception. So a perception plays a very huge role so far as selecting a candidate is concerned. Now, when we do things based on perception, there are chances that we are biased, and finally the selection that we make may not be the right one. Now, to help us do this particular course, along came the psychometric test. Now, the psychometric test definitely provided a solid ground, provided greater validation to our decision making in terms of selecting the right candidate. After which we felt a little bit more confident that, okay, the scores are what we have desired from a test, the candidate CV looks perfect. And speaking to the candidate, we also felt that it is more or less in the direction that we had foreseen. So all said and done, we think we've made a sensible choice. But voila, maybe even this candidate is not the best one. Now, the reasons is something that we have been exploring, and we have found out that there are high chances that when we take the aid of such psychometric tests, the candidates find a way to kind of mask what they feel really, what they think really, and the element of accuracy is generally compromised. Apart from that, tests which are sensitive, there is a quotient of social desirability which steps in, because of which the scores are not very accurate. Now, in looking at this particular scenario, the development of neurosciences or the uses of neurosciences in this particular area, I think is a boon. So in this regard, the test that we have, which is basically use of more data, because it is actually mapping the brain of the candidate when he or she is writing a particular test, not a psychometric test, but a test in which we are actually understanding the implicit responses of a candidate towards a particular question. So the use of neuroscience or the use of this kind of a data set gives us greater accuracy in terms of what the candidate is thinking and feeling at the unconscious level. This has been my area of work so far as usage of neurosciences in the field of HR is concerned. And very fine aspects, like say for example, if a person is biased towards a particular race, towards a particular gender. Now, if we just generally ask someone, we will never get an answer in affirmative. We will never get an answer which we can be sure of is accurate. But with the help of neuropsychological tools, the most popular one being the implicit association test, we can actually ascertain whether the person is biased or unbiased, because all the mapping during the test happens at an unconscious level. And when we are talking about mapping this kind of data at the unconscious level, we are looking at a response set of almost 1 second broken up into 1000 milliseconds. So every second, the amount of data that we are gathering from every part of the brain actually adds up and gives us a result. So it's fascinating to see what data can actually do for us, and the way we can use data to resolve our day-to-day issues and the challenges that we've been continuously facing is something which is limitless. So as they say, data is what data can do, and my endeavor through the coming sessions would help all of us actually see much more than what data can kind of provide to us. And I think we will have a very, very enriching session because of which about the things that I can bring into the table, and I can also kind of understand your challenges, and we can actually kind of meet up and generate a solution that is going to be a win-win for both of us. So looking forward to a great interaction with all of you, and see you soon on the other side. Thank you so much.